Yeah. Fuck la policía,
What's up, y'all? You are now tuned in to Rell Talk, the podcast. Want to welcome y'all to another show. I'm going to get right into it. The show's not going to be too long, but I want to talk about something that happened in Tacoma, Washington 2 years ago that's just now coming to light. Before I go any further, I'm going to let y'all hear the news story, and we're going to come back and we're going to chop it up a little bit about it.
The teenager says she was with her brother. Both were on bikes and they were cutting through this parking lot to get home when they were stopped by mall security. What happened next was caught by surveillance cameras.
Center screen, you see Monique Tillman, age 15, and a uniformed Tacoma police officer who's off duty and working mall security. Then this happens. Tillman's attorney provided the video and calls it extraordinarily disturbing. Monique, now 17, agrees.
It was embarrassing, it was frustrating, it was scary.
Today, it's the subject of a lawsuit. Tillman says when it happened, she was with her older brother, Eric Branch.
The whole time, there's no crime, we're not doing anything. We're just riding our bikes really through the mall to take a shortcut home.
According to a complaint filed by Tillman's attorney, security said the teens were stopped because they were causing a disturbance, but she maintained that they did nothing wrong.
I tried to ride away and he grabbed me, threw me against someone's car, started choking me, grabbed me by my hair, tried to slam my face into the concrete.
She was then tased and arrested.
That was not police like. They're supposed to serve and protect us.
Tacoma Mall and the employer of the off-duty officer, Tacoma Police, both say no comment. She says she was discriminated against.
I think it was more racially motivated because I feel like if we were two white kids, they wouldn't have stopped us. They wouldn't have said anything to us.
Different perceptions about what happened in this parking lot, plus the surveillance video, could be headed to a courtroom soon.
Man, oh man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I first saw this video, it blew my mind. It blew my mind because the more and more African Americans say that we don't trust law enforcement, the more and more society will say, don't resist arrest and you won't get beat by police. You know, do what you're told and you won't get harassed by police. I'm going to put the link to this video in the comment section. I want y'all to watch this video because what happens is the young girl is riding her bike through a parking lot and you can see what looks to be her brother behind her and they on like beach cruisers or something and they're riding through a parking lot and then behind them is a police truck. The truck corners them, comes up to the young female and you can see the officer talking to the young girl and the girl is using her hands explaining whatever she's explaining to him. And so after about a minute or so, she attempts to just ride off on her bike. And at this point, all hell breaks loose. The officer grabs her, slings her, and then the camera on this parking lot actually, moves over and then zooms in. And as they zoom over and move in, the officer has her up against a vehicle by her neck. And then her brother, who's naturally trying to help her, is then thrown to the ground by another officer. And it looks like he's telling him not to get up. So the brother's sitting there helpless like, yo, that's my sister, but what can he do? You know what I mean? Two grown men. These are two kids. Then the officer looks like he's trying to handcuff the little girl. And I guess she moves out of the way or tries to take her arm back. He grabs her by her hair and slings her about 5 or 6 feet and then tases her. I don't know how anybody in their right mind, white, black, Puerto Rican, or whatever, can see this video and not say that's complete abuse of power. You don't see officers doing this to little white kids. People always say stop making it racial, but what else is it? Explain to me what else could it be? What else could it be? This don't make no daggone sense, man. That these two kids can't ride their bike through a parking lot without being harassed and then assaulted. You see what the video clip said. The police department and the mall security had no comment. What are you going to say after this? What is there to say? This happened 2 years ago, so I'm sure his report was a little different than what the video says now. So what are you going to say? At this point, you got to bite the bullet and say, sheesh. I mean, we really screwed up. But this little girl is forever traumatized. Her brother is forever traumatized. How do you think he feels being a man, not being able to protect his sister? Now this video comes out of him being, pretty much minimalized to nothing, not being able to help his sister. I'm telling y'all straight up. As I said on a post a few days ago, George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. He stalked his young brother, and then when the young brother got the best of him, he killed him. He said he wants to sell his gun because it's American history, or he'll put it away in the safe for his grandkids. Now, if this man had any morals and values, he would have taken his gun and destroyed it, simply for the fact that his mentality would have been, I'm not proud of what happened. What happened, and I'm not proud of it, and I don't want no remembrance of this act, so I'm going to destroy this gun. But this fool is selling this gun. And I said then, we allow this man to take this life of this young brother, and then he thinks he's going to profit off of selling this gun, saying it's American history. Black people have to stop being so passive aggressive to these type of actions. I'm going to be honest with y'all, and this may hurt a lot of people's feelings, but George Zimmerman should have been dead. Straight up. Ain't no way you're going to murder my son and walk around in these streets and make a profit and brag about it as if my son was some kind of criminal. You stalked my son. George Zimmerman would have been dead. I swear to God, I'm telling y'all. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. We shall overcome. God's going to take care of him and bull crap. Okay, George Zimmerman should have been dead. This officer who harassed and assaulted this young lady should have been lumped up. Period. So they're out here picking on and harassing the right kids because you see, they're not doing these to kids whose fathers are present, because we know the outcome would be a lot different. These officers would wake up every day looking in their rearview mirror and constantly looking over their shoulder because they don't know who's coming, because somebody's coming. I want y'all to watch this video. I'm going to post a link. Watch this video and go to my YouTube channel, YouTube, raleighrell or Rell Talk. The video is going to be up in about 24 hours. Watch this video and tell me you don't see an abuse of power and racism at its finest. I don't care what nobody say. He would have did it to a white kid. No, he would not have. Not in Tacoma, Washington. No, he wouldn't have. Like David Banner said on his new album called The God Box, he said, a black cop knows that if he kills a little white kid, he will go to jail forever. And if he doesn't go to jail forever, a group of white men are going to come pull him out of his house. So black cops don't make that same mistake. When them black cops shot, I think it was Puerto Rican, when they shot that young white kid in that car in New Orleans, Louisiana, they arrested them cops immediately. And the public said them cops were some good for nothing, didn't deserve to wear a badge, ingrates. But the thing is, this dude was like on a high-speed chase. They didn't know his son was in the car. And then the whole thing about it was, he gave up. He threw his hands up and he surrendered, and they still fired shots into the car, which killed his son. Now, I'm telling you straight up, that was wrong altogether. But how are they supposed to know his son was in the car? Clearly, he didn't care about the life of his son, that he was on a high-speed chase with his son in the car. But nevertheless, because the victim was white, these two minority cops were just destroyed in the media. Nobody was defending him. Nobody said, hey, listen, this dude was on a high-speed chase. It was like, yo, kill these cops, throw him off the force, lock him up, throw him under the jail. When the roles is reversed like now, watch how many white people are apologetic about what happened. I already saw something. I saw a white guy say, hey, look, if you just don't resist, this won't happen. Man, that's bull crap. This is a little 125-pound, 15-year-old. And what is she resisting? She's not under arrest. She didn't do anything wrong. Cops feel as though they have the right to harass people, and people are supposed to sit there and listen and take their harassment. We live in different times now, and I'm telling y'all right now, nobody will kill my children or bring harm to my children without meeting death themselves. Write it down, remember it, screenshot it, mark my word. This is happening too much without any repercussions. Black men need to stand up. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. Thank y'all for listening. Rell Talk, the podcast.
Yeah, now I'm just riding with my amigos, yeah.